In this video, I'll do an end of the year summary of the Department of State visa processing numbers and trends as we've seen them in 2024. Visa backlogs, embassy delays, and all the good stuff. And I'll give predictions for 2024. Hello everybody and welcome back to Immigration Channel. This is where we explain complex immigration matters in short, simple videos. We make immigration easy. And in this video, I'll give you a year-end summary of the Department of State trends and updates as we've seen it throughout the year. This is based on a recent press release from the Department of State, and I'm going to link the press release in the description of this video. We'll talk about what exactly happened and what to expect in 2024. Before we do that, if you're here for the first time, make sure to subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to show this video to more people just like you. As always, if you need help with your immigration matters, whether it's visa delays, visa processing, just confused about what's going on, even a second opinion, all you have to do is send me a text, 619-483-4549. So as I mentioned earlier, the Department of State released a press release summarizing their processing this year, visa backlogs, all the things they've done. And based on that, we can kind of analyze what to expect moving forward. I'm going to break it down to you and also explain to you what it means. The link to the press release, in case you're interested, is in the description of this video. And if you cannot find it, make sure you post a comment and we'll help you find it. But let's talk about what's going on in the press release. Now, the one good thing is that this year, the State Department issued a record number of visas, both immigrant and non-immigrant visas compared to the past few years. And one of the things they mentioned in this report is that they've issued over 10 million non-immigrant visas this past year, 10 million. And that includes 8 million tourist visas and business visas in this category of B just this year. When it comes to student visas, we're looking at almost a 6-year high with over 600,000 student visas issued in 2023. If you're looking at seasonal visas, H-2Bs and H-2As, a record-breaking number of over 442,000 seasonal visas issued. And if you're looking at C-1D visas for airline and crew members, over 365,000 of these visas that are essential for the continuity of trade and movement of people and goods were issued this year. Over 365,000 of these crew members' visas and over 590,000 high-skilled executive worker visas were issued this year as well. This is all based on the statistics from the State Department. Now, at the same time, the agency is still working on getting more staff to these post embassies and consulate to allow them to continue processing more visas. They're talking about implementing a video conferencing type of interviews in some of these embassies that are still hard for them to see people in person as much. And hopefully that will allow more people to get visas in 2024. Again, one of the biggest challenges they've seen in 2022 is the ability to resume visa processing as normal. And if you're following my videos, you've seen that every month we try to give you a roundup of the different embassies and consulates. And we can see that if you look back at the videos that I've done in January, all to the last videos I've done just a couple of weeks ago, you can see that more and more embassies and consulates are working normally, almost all of them now working normally, which allows them to issue more visas, and that reflects these numbers that I just mentioned to you right now. But at the same time, while they're working hard and they're doing a good job, it seems that it's strange for me that they're not willing to renew the interview waivers. As you know, these interview waivers are now expiring, and so we don't know if next year there's going to be more interview waivers, both for immigrant and non-immigrant visas. They haven't announced it yet, as of the recording of this video. Now, once they do any changes and I know more information, I'll make another video, of course. Just a few weeks ago, a coalition of 65 partners sent a letter to the State Department asking them to extend interview waivers to help continue speed up the process of cases. We have no confirmation that it's going to happen. The problem is that if they're not going to continue with their interview waivers, we feel that the progress they made this year may not be the same next year. Remember, the only reason why they were able to issue so many visas is because they have seen less people. It's normal. It makes sense, right? If they're not going to resume interview waivers, guess what? The backlogs are going to continue to increase, and we're going to see different results in 2024. So again, for this to continue to increase, if they will continue with the same policies, you will see even better results in 2024. And my prediction is that more people are going to get their interviews for family-based petitions, whether they are spouses of U.S. citizens or even other categories, F2As and F2Bs. They've been really waiting hard to get their interviews scheduled on time. As I mentioned in the previous video, they're now also planning to do visa stamping inside the United States. I have a whole video about this. You can search in the library over there. And that means that people that have H-1B visas as a first priority are going to get their visa stamp inside the United States without the need to go to see consular officers. And that's going to help more people to be able to be seen by these officers, which means it's going to speed up processing of cases. So as I mentioned in this other video that I did about this new pilot program, which means that they're going to start this program in December all the way through February 2024. They're going to test it with 20,000 visas first for H-1B visa workers that already have visa stamps, and they're going to get their renewals inside the United States without leaving. And if this works well, they're going to expand it to students as well and other categories by the end of 2024, beginning of 2025. Now, by doing this, they will allow more people, first-time applicants, to get their visas appointments faster. So if this is going to be implemented, it's going to work well, my prediction for 2024 is that you're going to see faster interviews happening and more people are getting their appointments, both for immigrant and non-immigrant visas, starting from February all the way to the end of next 2024. So that's good news, assuming the pilot program is going to work and less people are going to need their interviews at the US embassies and consulates overseas. But again, all these efforts are great, but that's not enough. They have to really come up with their plan to do those remote visa interviews. They have to add more resources to get more officers to do those interviews. They have to be able to, Congress actually must act to come up with ways to get more visas into the system so people are not going to be stuck forever waiting for the priority date. Siblings should not be waiting for 15 to 20 years to be reunited with their loved ones in the United States. There should be better action from Congress to change that. There may be things they can do to allow more visas, to change the different categories, to change this whole visa bulletin system. Again, it's really important because these backlogs, the way they are right now, are not helping the already hard and annoying preference system that we had even before COVID. So imagine now with the current backlogs and the preference system, people have to wait over 15 years to be reunited with their loved ones. So we hope to see more action from Congress to eliminate those backlogs, in addition to what they're doing right now with visa interview waivers, remote interviews, and visa stampings inside the United States, and many other these kind of programs that will help fight this backlog. Bottom line is that they're talking about reforms, but these reforms are not just geared towards undocumented immigrants. These also should be targeting the visa backlogs, putting more money towards these backlogs, allowing the State Department to be able to tackle those backlogs under the Congress action that will finally eliminate backlogs and allow people to get their visas on time without waiting for years, sometimes years. Even after being documented complete, people have to wait over a year to get an interview. This is not how it should be. This is not how the system is designed to be, but it's happening right now. So once again, this is the latest update that I can give you from the State Department. My predictions, again, that they will eventually extend visa interview waivers as they did this year, which means these progressions of visa issuance will increase in 2024, and you will see faster processing of applications, both for the immigrant and non-immigrant visa categories. Hopefully it's going to happen. Once again, if you need help with your immigration matters, send me a text 619-483-4549. And thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in our next one.